In any person's life, their family is excited 3 times. JEE result,
इंजीनियरिंग की प्रतिष्ठित प्रवेश परीक्षा JEE एडवांस
जॉइंट एंट्रेंस एग्जामिनेशन
JEE एडवांस 2022 के नतीजे जारी कर दिए गए हैं।
NEET रिजल्ट,
आज नीट का रिजल्ट आने वाला है।
NEET यानी नेशनल एलिजिबिलिटी कम एंट्रेंस टेस्ट की परीक्षा का परिणाम आज आ गया है।
and their marriage. Talking about the first 2 factors, if you get good percentage in 10th and 12th, this is intelligence. But I want to ask you, what is intelligence? Is this related to your grades or percentage? Well, in my opinion, intelligence is directly related to how creative you are, how creatively you can think. The more the person is creative, that person is intelligent and also intellectual. As a human being, we always admire others' intelligence and appreciate it. Even we want that we become an intelligent person. But have you ever thought, what is it like to be intelligent? Isaac Newton, Albert Einstein, Nikola Tesla, Charles Darwin, all of these personalities, 2 things were common. One is obvious, they were very intelligent, geniuses in their own fields. The other common thing, all of these personalities were going through some mental illness. Behind their mental illness, was their intelligence responsible? Did their genius make them prone to mental disorders? Or did their mental disorders fuel their genius? Let's know in this video. In 1942, in a small village of Bihar, in Police Constable Lal Bahadur Singh and Lahosi Devi's home, a son is born. Both the parents together decide that they will give their son the name of Vashisth, after the 7 greatest sages of Vedic realm. Vashisth Narayan Singh, since childhood, was a very smart child. His academic journey started from Netharat Residential School. He used to get very good marks in school. That is why he took admission in Patna University and took the decision of continuing his passion, mathematics. In this university, the syllabus of BSc Mathematics was like a child's play to that child. On one side, his classmates used to admire his intelligence. On the other side, his professors, his teachers, used to be burdened by the mountains of questions. He was indeed the smartest student in the history of this university. This talk reached the Patna Science College's principal, N.S. Nagendranath. It is said that a diamond is only recognized by a jeweler. Something like this happened with our genius child. Now, Nagendranath talked to university's vice-chancellor George Jacob about Vashisth. He requested he let the boy appear for the BSc final year examination. For Patna University to make this possible, they had to bend many rules because it's not easy, right? Making a student appear for the last year exam who hasn't even completed the first year of the course. Well, to everybody's surprise, Vashisth topped in his final year examinations. For college students, it's the time for them to roam, to explore, to truly live college life. But our genius preferred his room, a book, a pen, and some mathematical questions. When renowned American mathematician John L. Kelly came to Patna University for an international conference, he was very impressed with Vashisth's intelligence and passion for mathematics. He was so impressed that he gave Vashisth the invitation to come to California for a research. Grabbing this opportunity after getting a scholarship, Vashisth went to America. After going there, he took admission in PhD. While completing his PhD, he was also working as an assistant professor at Berkeley. It is said that in his professional career, Vashisth challenged Einstein's famous equation E is equal to mc square, adding up to his genius tales in the episode at NASA. It is said that Vashisth used to work at NASA. One day during the operations of the Apollo mission in the whole area, there was a power cut, because of which all computers shut down. Vashisth continued doing his calculations. Just as the power came and the computers started, it was known that Vashisth's calculations and its results were similar to the computer's calculations and results. Many people criticized this happening, saying that there is no solid source of this. But in the whole world, Vashisth's legends is still remembered. After completing his PhD, Vashisth returned to India. After coming to India, he did the work of sparking interest in the children of our country regarding maths. He joined as a professor in huge educational institutes like IIT Kanpur, Tata Institute of Fundamental Research Mumbai, Indian Statistical Institute Kolkata. He got married to an army officer's daughter, but later they divorced. It is common for the people with high intelligence to prefer their own company, and that makes them not so good in relationships. He had many disappointments with his professional career. Its result was going to be very bad for mathematics in India and the whole world. He became mentally unstable and started showing symptoms of schizophrenia, and ultimately he was admitted to the Central Institute of Psychiatry in Ranchi. Because of schizophrenia, he was living in his different world, different realm. With time and treatment, his mind became better, and finally in 1985 he was released from there. Turns out his treatment and betterment of health was just a fleeting moment, because after getting released from there he disappeared. He went missing on a train journey to Pune. Many people tried to find him, but no one knew where Vashisth was. No one was successful until 1993. In 1993, he was seen outside a dhaba in Chapra's Duriganj, picking up something from a pile of garbage. He was brought back to Basantpur from there, and some political leaders also did his treatment. Until 2010, he was in normal state. Then he was honored at Patna Science College, the place that recognized his genius in the first place. He had undifferentiated schizophrenia, and because of that, his life expectancy had decreased by 10 years. He used to open old books and the whole time used to write something on the wall on a notepad or book. According to his brother Ayodhya, even while sleeping, he used to have a pen between his fingers. In 2019, he was admitted to Patna Medical College and Hospital. Unfortunately, he died on 14th November. His body was waiting outside the hospital for an ambulance for hours. Just like that, India lost a legendary mathematician. If you have seen the movie A Beautiful Mind, then you must be known that Vashisth's story is very similar to American mathematician John Nash, although there is one difference in both of their stories. John Nash was able to come out of his schizophrenia, but Vashisth couldn't do that. His story has something similar to geniuses like Ramanujan, John Nash, Isaac Newton, and Einstein. All of them had to go through mental illness, which brings up a question: is intelligence related to mental illness? In a journal named Intelligence, a study was published in which the connection between intelligence and mental illness became clear. The study authors with American Mensa, a very big and high IQ society, had completed this research with 3,715 members. After study, it was known that highly intelligent people are 20% more likely to get diagnosed with ASD, autism spectrum disorder. The number raised to 80% when it comes to ADHD and 83% when it comes to anxiety, and a startling 182% when it comes to mood disorders. The reason for this result was their own condition driving their intelligence, which we call intellectual overexcitabilities. This condition is very common in every intelligent person. Geniuses are called genius because their brain is different and unique from the average population. They are passionate about finding a truth behind a phenomenon and understanding it. That is why their nervous system is always in the hyperactive mode. They have a deeper understanding of their surroundings, which in turn fuels their creativity and intelligence. Because of that, the chances of mental illness increase a lot. That is why when we talk about Vashisth Narayan Singh or any other genius's life story, then from their life story, we get to know that all these geniuses are susceptible to mental illness. This is just a theory, but there can be many reasons like this because genius minds like to isolate themselves from others. That can be a big reason. There's a quote of the famous Greek philosopher Aristotle: "No great mind has ever existed without a touch of madness." Vashisth Narayan was a great mind of India who we lost in mental illness because of lack of awareness and care. Many scientists today are understanding the connection between intelligence and mental illness and are trying to solve them. Mental illness doesn't happen to people with only low IQ. It's a myth that needs to be busted, and it is very important to know that something as good as creativity and intelligence can lead us to something as bad as mental health disorders.